What's up, my YouTube and Instagram family? This your boy Berto checking in with another conspiracy video today. So I hope everybody's doing good today. I'm doing good myself. Um, but this video, I'm gonna be talking about, you know, how demons can use people as puppets, and there are people that can see this. Um, so I've been hearing this for years and years and years. I even had the experience myself before about I want to say about 7, 8 years ago. And I was drinking moonshine, and I was drinking really like moonshine. If you guys don't know, was like some of the strongest alcohol you can get. Something they used back in the day. They used to make it homemade, but I got really drunk, and we were supposed to go out to the club. It was on Christmas or Christmas Eve. I can't too much remember, and I got so drunk, I was throwing up and stuff, and I passed out. I remember my brother then put me in the tub and putting cold water on me. Still couldn't wake me up. So everybody ended up going out but me and my cousin. She was in the other room, I was in my room, sleep. And that lights and everything were off in my room. I woke up in the middle of my room, and I kid you not, on my dresser, I looked over. It was really dark, and it was like a devil crawling across my dresser. A little devil, maybe like 2, 3 feet tall, going coming across my dresser, knocking all the papers over on my dresser. I mean, knocking all the papers over, and I can literally hear it coming. I could see it too, but I couldn't move. Couldn't move. I was terrified. Terrified. I'm trying everything. Can't move. Can't make a sound. Nothing. And I could see it coming across the dresser. And then by the time it got to the end of the dresser, it jumped on top of me. And as it was, jumping on my stomach and things like that sort, I couldn't move, I couldn't budge, I couldn't make no noise. And the only thing I did was, I just kept calling on God, praying and stuff like that. And I'm not really one of those guys that go pray all the time, but I was so terrified. I was calling on God, praying, and then it stopped. So after it stopped, from me praying and stuff, I jumped up out the bed. I was able to move again, cut on the room light. All the papers that were on my dresser were on the floor. Scary. So, I forgot what these things are called. Somebody told me, but I have a lady that works with me, and she's always telling me how she's been able to see these things for years. And it's a coincidence that she was explaining to me. I told her my story, and she says, "Yeah, since I've been a kid, I've been able to see things like this, seeing demons, how they control people. She can go in the church, she can tell when the pastor's actually doing it or when she's being controlled by a demon. You guys got to understand, demons are in churches too. They have no boundaries." And she was telling me a story of how she went to a church one time as a kid. Now mind you guys, this lady's 54 years old, so this is a long time ago. So she went to not calling her over. This is probably like in the 70s or something like that. So she went to church as a kid, and with things like that, you don't talk to everybody about it. You don't talk to everybody about it, but some people do, because when you try to, people look at you like you're crazy and things of that sort. So she they went to a new church or whatever. They were talking to everybody, and she was time for the pastor to get on stage. It's a lot of people eating up. Sometimes the pastor don't just jump on stage. So she's waiting on the pastor to come on stage with her mom and the rest of her family. You know, as the pastor comes on the stage, she starts noticing like little strings. And she's asking the mom, "Hey mom, do you see those strings behind the pastor?" Everybody, "No, what are you talking about?" Because everybody, mind you, everybody cannot see this stuff, guys. Only certain people are blessed to see these things. Sometimes it can be a blessing and it can be a curse. But you know what to expect when you see these things. So she she so the pastor comes on stage and he's preaching, and the whole time he's preaching she can see like the little strings coming down for him. So she's looking at the strings going up to the ceiling, guys, going up to the ceiling. And as they're it's getting closer and closer to the end, she noticed it's a black figure, a very tall black figure, controlling the pastor, and pretty much he's a puppet of this demon. And it's very scary as a child. You can only imagine how petrified she was. But you know, she she's blessed to be able to see these things. So she knew that pastor was not who he said he was. He was being controlled. He was under control of a demon, and he's basically the puppet. And this happens a lot, guys. Not just with pastors, but leaders of the world. There are certain few people out there that can see these type of things. And the whole time she's seeing her pastor being controlled, and she's telling like, "Do you guys see that?" And no one can see it, so she's getting a little scared or whatever, because she's the only person seeing it, so it's making her think she's crazy. She's like, "What's going on? How can I see this but nobody else can?" And there's no way to explain it to her. There's no way. But push come to shove, you can meet somebody else in the world that can see these things, but they're very rare to come across. So, um, after the church services or whatever, it was an experience to her. She learned that was right there teaching her the gift she had that she learned. And ever since then, she's been going around helping people and getting bad spirits out of people's houses and things like that. But the whole purpose of this is there's so many times this is happening, but we're not able to see it. That somebody we see as a leader is being controlled by a demon or whatever it is. And these things are true, guys. It's true. Uh, People will try to, it usually happens to influencers who have control over crowds of people or a certain type of fan base, even with our celebrities, guys. People that control the media. It's people that have these images and have influence, a lot of big influence on regular everyday people because they're big in celebrities or whatever. They're being controlled by these demons also, and this is what happens when you sell your soul. They're being controlled by demons, but we can't see them, and we're fooled. And a lot of times it happens a lot with politicians, but not just politicians, athletes, rappers, singers, actors, actress. It happens a lot, but it goes unnoticed because we can't see it. But it's a certain few people in this world that can see these demons, but they can't speak out because people will call them crazy or won't nobody believe them. So they just end up keeping it bottled up and they just deal with it. But they can tell who these demons are from the real people. And just imagine them all the time. They could see it. Like a lot of people are, they're saying they have good intentions for us, but in reality, they're just being controlled and being told to say certain things, being made to say certain things because they're under control. And this is what happens when people are soulless. You're being controlled by a demon, and that's why I say when people sell their souls all the time and they they give up their life, they're not, a lot of these celebrities are not in control of their life because they decide to sell their soul. So they're basically a puppet being controlled by somebody else or being controlled by a demon. Everybody does not have good intentions for you guys. Even our own presidents are puppets. Demons attached to them and teaching them, telling them what to say. All to persuade and brainwash you guys and us. Not just you guys, but me too. They use to brainwash us. Scary, isn't it? But these are what demons do. They're here to take advantage of us. You think they care about us? No, they do not care about us. Their only intentions to brainwash us and get us to do what they want. Even some of your favorite celebrities, brainwashed, under control, doing the work of the devil. Satanism is everywhere. Everything's so demonic these days. And I wonder why. It's because these people have sold their souls and they become demons. That's what happens. They become demons. To the point where they don't even control their own life. They can't wear what they want to wear. They can't say what they want to say. They can't do what they want to do because they signed their rights away. And now they're being controlled by a demon, just making all the moves for them. That is how the industry works. That is what fame gets you. That's what happens when you don't control your own destiny and what you want to do. And these are true stories, guys. Demons exist. And some of your favorite leaders are being controlled by demons. People that you think are meaning you good or trying to tell you one thing, in reality, that's not their intentions. They're just trying to get you where they want you. It's basically like, you know, you talking to a hot girl if you're a guy and you're telling her all these good things just to have sex with her. Or, you know, same thing with a woman. You know, you saying all these things to a guy just to get money out of him. Tell him what he wants to hear. That's what they're doing. Till they can get us where they want us. And then they take advantage of us and then boom. We're trapped forever. Guys, be careful for evil spirits and demons out there. Because they're there. Excuse me. So be safe. Be aware who influences you. And keep woke. Talk to you guys later.